Hello everyone, my name is Agent Paul of Mobile Task Force Delta 7 Codename Bookkeepers, and welcome back to another document review. The SCP we will be reviewing today is SCP-3057. Object Class, Keter. Special Containment Procedures. A small quantity of SCP-3057-1 is contained on site. Members of MTF Epsilon 6, aka Oil Slickers, are to operate as first responders in the event of a major oil spill destroying all organisms produced by SCP-3057. Description: SCP-3057 is an anomalous phenomenon by which crude oil spontaneously transforms into instances of prehistoric species. SCP-3057-1 and onward. SCP-3057-1 was first observed in the aftermath of the Deepwater Horizon explosion in 2010. Person of interest, 88052, an ex-employee of the Mana Charitable Foundation, deployed SCP-3057 in an attempt to reverse environmental damage caused by the disaster. It was only through extensive Foundation efforts that SCP-3057-1's spread was limited to a radius of 0.25 kilometers from the initial point of contamination. Since 2010, 4 more instances of SCP-3057 have been observed around the world. Whether this is a result of the initial contamination remains unknown. The Man Charitable Foundation has disavowed all knowledge of SCP-3057 and claims PO-8A052's employment was terminated several weeks before the Deepwater Horizon incident. An ongoing investigation is underway to determine whether or not this is true. It is suspected but not confirmed that SCP-2113 is a result of SCP-3057. Addendum 3057.1 Attachments. And now we have the incident log. Date: August 11th, 2013. Location: Philippines, Estancia Iloilo. Description: SCP-3057-2, Anomalocaris, an Cambrian-era, meter-long ancestral arthropod resembling predatory shrimp. Notes: Power Barge 103, owned by Napocor, or National Power Company, experienced several leaks as a result of Typhoon Haiyan. This resulted in the emergence of several hundred instances of SCP-3057-2. Over a dozen injuries along the coast have been linked to SCP-3057-2, which attacks its prey using barbs lining 2 appendages located near its mouth. These attacks have been blamed on a new species of invasive jellyfish. Foundation efforts to destroy all instances of SCP-3057-2 are ongoing. Date: September 12, 2014. Location: Bangladesh, Sundarbans, Kulana Division. Description: SCP-3057-3, Meganura, a Carboniferous-era dragonfly with a maximum wingspan of 0.65 meters. Notes: The OT Southern Star 7 collided with a cargo vessel, leading to several hundred instances of SCP-3057-3. Every instance of SCP-3057-3 expired shortly after manifesting. Research suggests this is related to SCP-3057-3 having evolved in an oxygen-rich environment. All SCP-3057-3 instances have been recovered and destroyed. Date: March 5th, 2015. Location: United States of America, Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. Description: SCP-3057-4, Velociraptor, a Cretaceous-era carnivorous theropod dinosaur approximately 2 meters in length and 0.5 meters high at the hip. Note: A unit upset in an oil refinery caused several vessels in a tank farm to catastrophically rupture. This led to the emergence of several dozen instances of SCP-3057-4. All instances are believed to have fled into the surrounding wetlands. To date, 11 casualties, 9 injuries, and 2 fatalities have been linked to SCP-3057-4. Foundation operatives have provided media outlets with a false cover story describing the escape of several cassowaries from captivity. All efforts to destroy instances of SCP-3057-4 are being conducted by MTF-Phi-2, aka Clever Girls. And date, January 28, 2017. Location, India, Chennai, Ennore Port. Description, SCP-3057-5, Megalodon, a Cenozoic-era shark with a maximum length of 18 meters. Notes: the BW Maple collided with Don Kanchipuram, another oil tanker. This led to the manifestation of 6 instances of SCP-3057-5. One instance of SCP-3057-5 is confirmed as destroyed. The remaining 5 instances remain unaccounted for. After the loss of Beagle 2's crew, all further efforts to destroy instances of SCP-3057-5 are now conducted by MTF Theta-5, the bigger boat. And now we have the interview log. Interviewed. Person of interest, 8A051. Interviewer, Agent Densworth. Forward. BOI 8A051 is an ex-employee of the Mana Charitable Foundation and was involved in the Deepwater Horizon incident. Begin log. As a preface, it goes Agent Densworth and then the person of interest back and forth. And this is just a text log. This is not an audio log. How did you do this? Was it a chemical? The how isn't as important as the why. Alright, I'll bite. Why did you decide to turn one ecological disaster into a much bigger one? Really? You think a prehistoric algae bloom is worse than dumping 5 million barrels of poison into the ocean? You can't pull an extinct species out of the Proterozoic era, hurl it in the modern world, and not expect dire consequences. More dire than the consequences of hurling over 1 billion metric tons of carbon dioxide into our atmosphere every year? For fuck's sakes, are you for real? You're concerned over some obsolete organisms popping into existence and making life a little more complicated. Meanwhile, I'm concerned over how we are obviously committed to a campaign to de-terraform the entire planet. Are you for real? I'm not here to argue with your bizarro world Greenpeace bullshit. Al Gore. I'm here to find out how you did this, and you're not leaving this room until you tell me. In that case, I suspect I will be here for quite a while. End vlog. Anyways, thank you all for listening or watching. And my name is Paul of Mobile Task Force Delta 7, and I will see you next week with another document review. Bye.